not every single day thousands of people accidentally disinherit their kids, and you don't want this to happen to you. Hi, I'm your host, Attorney Michael Potter, and in today's segment, we're going to look at that specific problem if you've had children from a prior relationship, and I'm going to show you how to avoid it so it doesn't happen to your kids. Most commonly, this occurs with people who have had children in a prior relationship. And if you've been married before or you had children from a prior relationship, pay special attention. The best way to explain this is with a story of a good example. I had a student in one of my workshops around the country that stood up and shared the story of her friend who died on a Tuesday in hospice care of cancer. The woman's second husband, who she had married 10 years earlier, died that following Friday, just 2 or 3 days later. He died on Friday, and his will left everything to his children. And unfortunately, because after their marriage, the wife had put everything into her new husband's name and her name as joint ownership, then upon his death, since he survived her by 3 days, everything went to his 3 grown children rather than her 2 grown children. What a sad case, and it was completely avoidable. I know, you're going to say that could never happen to me, but guess what? It can, because many people don't properly establish their estate plan, especially when they remarry, having had children from a prior relationship. It can happen to you. And you know what? With the way society has evolved, second, third, even fourth marriages are not all that uncommon. So what can you do to provide for your spouse that you love and also protect the children that you have had in previous relationships? There's some specific steps, and let's take a look at those now. Now, with the revocable living trust as the centerpiece of your plan, you can provide that your children will be the ultimate beneficiaries. However, to honor your new spouse, you can certainly provide for them to the extent that you wish during their lifetime, if they survive you, and then upon their death, instead of going to their kids, the assets would pass to your children. That would be a smart way to go. A second strategy that you might want to consider employing is to use 2 different life insurance policies, one of which would benefit your subsequent spouse, the other of which would go to your children along with your home and remaining assets. That way you have done something to provide for that spouse, and you have honored your children by passing the bulk of your estate over to them utilizing the revocable living trust. Now, I'm sure I've given you a lot to think about, and you probably have some questions. If you do, please feel free to get in touch with me or a member of my staff. We'll be glad to discuss with you your options and look at your particular situation. And then, you be the boss, you decide how you'd like it to go. I'm Attorney Michael Potter, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you.